Hey everybody, it is your girl Shadonna Mo McFall, and it is the Mo You Know Live. Oh my God, I am so excited about tonight's show. Two of my favorites, Angel and Tinisi Young. Hey guys, welcome to the
How you doing?
Hey,
show.
How's
thank
everybody?
you.
Okay, this is okay.
So guys, I know I tell everybody, I don't do the bios. Y'all can Google these people because these 30 minutes are going to go by so fast. But I do want to remind everybody how I met you guys and how it's just been boom, 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 boom ever since we met.
Right.
So I met Angel. Angel made a Facebook post of all things, and I replied to her post. And I'm like, okay, I really just jumped out, and I had really no. I've done some of the things that I did for her before, but I'm like, you know what? I just took that leap of faith. She was like, hey, I need somebody for my grand opening. And I'm like, hey, I'll do it. I did wait. I waited to see if anybody of the other professional folks were going to come in and jump in, but I gave everybody a chance. And then I waited a couple of hours. I'm like, okay, I got it. So we was just inboxing and going back and forth, and it worked out great. She does the lives. I'm like, Ain't you want to do a live? She's like, yep.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
am so thankful that you guys you're getting to know me from the man in the moon, but you took a chance and like, hey, we're gonna do this, and we did it. So thank you for that.
No problem.
So guys, how did you guys? So first of all, they are married. They are my first, and I told you guys when I first introduced the show, they're my first married couples. So
Mine.
yeah. So I'm just going to get into it. How is it working and living and raising kids and doing all the things together? Because I know there are so many married couples that have tried it. Some failed, some succeeded. So what made you guys decide, hey, we're going to do this?
So, ladies
Well,
first.
we both have that passion for culinary. That's how we met. We met in a restaurant in New York, in Manhattan, and it's just been on ever since. So we both have that love for food, and that definitely helps with the business, and then of course raising children and everything. So we're together all the time. But most of the time, we also tag team with the restaurant. So we are both strong with our culinary background back here, and we really don't trust anybody else with our food. So it's either I'm making it or he's making it. So that's how we tag team. One is at the house, one is here. We're both here. We got the kids. It's just a tag team.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough since we opened up. With the kids because of the COVID.
Yeah.
School schedule. And having to incorporate them being home and the learning. But just like I was telling my wife earlier this morning, I just thank God for everything.
Absolutely.
Opening during the COVID, our grand opening was Juneteenth,
Yep.
and everything's been going so good. I just thank God. I was just saying to myself, like, every morning I give myself a reality check, and I talk to myself, and I was like, Dang, I'm really blessed because
Mhm.
we've been going through a lot, and we're making it during a time when many other businesses are going down. We're going up. And we
Right.
open at a time where people was like, "Are you crazy? You're gonna try to open a business now? You're not gonna make it. You're not." But we both walked in faith, and we just love it, and it's been working. And I just thank God. It's like a dream in kind of a way. It's like a dream, but it's hard work. It's not
Definitely.
easy. It's hard work. You gotta earn it. I see that. It's hard work.
Absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head. And when you said, when we put God into whatever we're doing, He's going to
Oh,
make it work. And I know this as a personal testimony. Like every day, is a struggle, but then the next day something good will happen. I'm like, God, I don't know how
that's
I'm gonna
that's
do
the
it.
test. That's the
Exactly.
Yeah.
test. As to me, it's all about faith. Like, really, do you believe? Not only do you believe in God, like if you believe in God, it's like you have to believe in yourself. Because
Yep.
if you feel He's going to do it, He's going to do it through you to make you a living testimony. So, you got to believe in yourself. You take that first step, and then He just opens the way. That's the gift. Our willpower. How strong is your will? So, the more you believe, that's showing your strength, and then God rewards us. It might come fast. It might be down the line. You don't know today, you don't know tomorrow, but He shows you every day. And I thank Him every day with the business, and You know, somebody said that to me the other day, like, you're blessed. You know, you and your wife, you have a business, you went to school, you got degrees on it, so you're doing something that you went to school for that you got a love for. You know, a lot of people are doing jobs that they really don't like, but they know it pay the bills. But we're doing something that we love, and we're watching TV and talking about it in between commercials, like what's next.
Yeah.
You know, so
you gotta love it. You see, look, I got a
yeah.
Band-Aid right now. The cuts, the burns, the bruises.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, over the years, it's just heat you over. I mean, you gotta love it, and I love it because you know it's like an adrenaline rush for us when we get these tickets. You know, we cook our food to order, so it's like a race against the clock.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
And then the customers, you know, that's another thing I thank God for. Like sometimes I'm wondering, like, was that customer an angel? Like today, I got a $43 tip. Like that was crazy. I called my wife. I was like, you know, we really don't do dining, but he was getting his car fixed. He was like, hey, you mind if I sit like at the front table till I get my car fixed? And I explained to him, like, you know, I got the signs on the window, but you know, I'm not gonna bust no chops. Go ahead, sit down, enjoy the food. And because of that, when he left, he gave me a $43.70 tip. And I was like, you know, God is good. Everything just kept happening. Then I went to Food Lion to get a couple of more items, and the lady in front of me paid for all my items. So I came back to the restaurant. I was like, wow, today is a strange day. He's like, you know, all these blessings are coming through. So I go play the lotto. For real, you know. But I just thank God, you know, like I said, you know, it's all in your faith, you know. Believe and you can do it, man. You know, I always had that question for people, like, how strong is your faith? Jesus, you know, he stood on water. A lot of y'all try that in sync, right? So you got to use that in everything that you do. You know, just believe. I'm gonna walk through this fire and not get burnt. You know, everything that I do is of a higher vibration. It's positive. So how can anything negative come to me? He told me that, you know, I follow him. He'll take care of me. So, you know, I thank God being married, having a business, my kids are healthy, you know, and making it through this COVID. It's really been a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was telling Angel, I'm like, even though I just met y'all Juneteenth, which was about 6 months ago, but I feel like I'm a part of your family. I remember the
Yeah, you
last time
are.
I was in there, I was like, hey, Austin. And your oldest son was at the register. He was like, how do you know him? And I had my mask on. And I was like, hey, like, oh, it's the Mo, you know.
Yeah, we love Mo. We love you,
man.
Mo.
You know,
like,
you've been awesome, man. Your marketing, everything you do, we love that, you know, and how you get out to the community. That was something else I wanted to say. Like, the community is just so great.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what type of customer you have walking in, the background, the experience. You know, you get to network, and it's just great. You know, the support for the customers, and I just thank God. Really, it's really been great. And I want to thank
Absolutely. I know.
everybody in Fayetteville and everybody else that's been driving from Dunn and Riley because they heard
South
about the
Carolina.
restaurant.
Some of my friends have supported
food
from other states, just calling in just to for me to give food to somebody else. They just want to, you know, support that way.
You know, a lot of restaurants don't know there is no restaurant without the customer.
That's
understand?
Right.
There is no Auntie Soulful without you guys out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, as long as my eyes open, our eyes open, we're going to keep pushing to give y'all the best food that we can give y'all, you know.
I know that other day, and I told Angel, I'm like, everybody knows I love chicken. Every time I come in there, I'm getting some kind of chicken, the fried chicken, the jerk chicken. But I literally got tired of chicken. So the last time I came in there, I got that fish, and it was bomb.
Thanks. Yep.
I said, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna change it up a little bit, and I was not disappointed at all.
Thank you.
So, guys, so what's next? I know, like I said, that we're coming up on a year in June, and even though we're like 6 months away, as we know, that time has been flying. So, where do you see A&T's and the Parsons table going here in the next 5 or so years? So, what is the big plan? Because I always tell people, once you put it out in the universe, it's going to be people out there that's going to want to connect with you that can make it happen.
You know, I'm a planner. You might as well call me Captain Brainstorm. You know, I love brainstorming, but I always got my short-term, my long-term goals. Right now, we're really trying to, you know, get out in the community. We have our sister company, take out for schools.
Yeah.
We're trying to reach out to all the different private, public, you know, and charter schools
Yeah.
that need our services, and to give kids, you know, nutritional meals, and actually put the power in the parents' hands, so they get to order the food, and you know, they get to pick it out. They can either do what we have, what we call a chef choice, what we pick out for the week, or they could do what we call it, create their own. They could create their own menu for their children for the month. That's like one of the things we've been doing for the last 4 years. But we really have an opportunity now with all that's going on with the COVID
Yeah.
and, you know, limited services that are being offered. That's one thing. But we have a couple of big plans out there. But the last two big projects, we're going to keep those under the cover
Yeah.
because, you know, business is war. You know, and you don't let out any. You
Yeah.
don't ever go to war unless I know I'm going to win.
And you know, we talked about some things, so I'm just
Yeah,
like, okay, when this is over, hey, I want
right.
to do this, this, and this because I'm like you. I like to plan and I like to bring things to Fayetteville because everybody knows Fayetteville is my hometown. I love it, but I've seen different things in Hawaii and New Mexico and all over that I'm like,
Right.
okay, we can do this here in Fayetteville. Like I said, with the right
Exactly.
planning, with the right support, because I tell people all the time,
Exactly.
nobody's reinventing nothing.
That's
There's
That's
right.
no
right.
idea that you made up
Never.
that's not been done somewhere else.
See it and
So
you build off of it.
yeah,
Exactly. You know, that's what I was saying too. You know, I'm from New York. My wife is from Fayetteville. But this town is awesome. Like, the support team, the unity. I just think we all need to just come together, you know, all the different businesses and minorities and everything. It's great things that could be done. And like, there are a lot of great people in
right.
Fayetteville. And this restaurant has opened my eyes to that. You know, I've been a hermit for years, but you know, being in a restaurant and being in the front and, you know, bumping elbows and speaking with customers and opening up my mind to them and getting the response back. And also the Chamber of Commerce here, they're awesome. You know, it's just so many.
Yeah.
Fayetteville is awesome. Like I said, I'm from the city that never sleeps, but this town, you guys rock, and
Yeah.
y'all just keep it up. You know, yeah, it's a strong town.
Yeah. Shout
Love it.
out to the Fayetteville Greater Chamber because I am I do membership for them now. So I'm like,
Okay,
okay, because
awesome.
I am a firm believer. And I made a post today. I've always wanted to help small businesses turn into big businesses. And even before I officially started working with the chamber, I was always pushing people, hey, that's where your business owners are. If you need a job, that's where you need to be networking because those are where the decision makers are. So if you have a business in Fayetteville, this is another look. I won't even want to do this shameless plug, but you have to be a member of the chamber because there is
Right.
so much networking and marketing and all of the tools, and they know
Yeah,
where all of the money is and can make those connections
Right.
just like that because they've
that's
already
right.
built the relationships.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
So, like I said, that's how I met you. Like I said, of course, that's how I
Yeah.
met you guys.
Yeah.
At the ribbon cut, and which I thought
Yeah.
was so I was
That's
just
awesome.
so blown away because, like I said,
Awesome.
June we had already been in COVID for what a couple of months. Don't make me do
Yeah.
public math. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Cumberland County school system. I do have a whole diploma, but I don't do public math.
That happened to me the other day. Like your brain just be like, what?
Yeah.
Adding, sometimes.
But when you had your grand opening, that was the first time in a long time since like March that I had did anything. So I was just so excited because I used to do, like I said, the lives and the remotes at the radio station, and it was a lot of fun. But I got a young son, and it just wasn't. I just couldn't do. I could have, but I'm like, okay, I got to be a mom first. But when I decided to step out there and like, hey, Mo, you can do this on your own. And like I said, doing it with you guys being my first, so I was just so excited. And then, when I started working at the paper, you guys bought my first ad. So y'all have been supporting me.
Yeah. That's how we
Yeah,
got to
you
Just
do it.
like
You
I've
know?
been
you
supporting y'all.
definitely,
So I'm eternally grateful.
you definitely made me feel more comfortable, getting out to the people because I remember the first time when I met you, we did the live for the grand opening, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it, because I never went live ever on Facebook or anything like that. But you definitely brought us out of the shell, brought me out of my shell. Like, this is me, this is the public. You know, you like it, you don't like it, but you know, I realized that I do have a great personality, and
Right.
you have brought out the best in me on camera, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Like those lives, people just don't know because sometimes when you're doing a recording, you can, when you have that chance to do it over and do it over, you're going to take
Right.
those chances. But when you're doing it live, you either listen. If I mess up, I just mess up. If I stumble over my words, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what's in my heart.
right.
Y'all know what I'm trying to
Right.
say. And
That's right.
so it gets done. And they say
Yeah.
done is better than perfect. So we just got to go out there, put fear to the wind and just get it done. So.
Right.
Good stuff.
So, Angel, I know, like I said, Tinisi just talked about New York. You are homegrown. So tell.
Two six up in here. No, but yes, I definitely, it was kind of at first a dread to come back home because a lot of time we don't want to come back home. If we're from a town like, well, now that I'm seeing how Fayetteville is, I just never wanted to come back home. I moved to New York. That's how we met. I lived, in other states, but this was the best move that we made. And now that I'm back home, it's like I'm getting a whole lot of support. Shout out
Yeah.
to everybody who's came to the restaurant to support people I haven't seen in 15, 20 years, and they just come in like, oh, I had to come. And I really appreciate it. It makes me feel good to be doing something and giving this good food and whatever we have going on to the community that I'm from. It feels great. Yeah. I really loved it, and some people have said that I'm like this is their dream, and I'm doing it. So now it's helping them to step out onto their moves with culinary. Some of my colleagues from Johnson and Wells, it's great. I mean, I've always had a customer service skill, and then of course the skills that we have in the kitchen. So putting them together in our own place. It's nothing better than that. I smile, I laugh all the time because I'm just happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy customers are coming. It's not just the great food that we're serving. We're also giving great customer service. We make everything personal because you could have easily went to any of the restaurants in the town, but you decided to come eat some good old fried chicken, oxtail. But yeah,
greens. Don't
I'm
forget the
loving
greens.
it. Yeah, them collard greens. You right. They be loving them collard greens, boy.
All day.
And then for us to serve no pork, we got a little bit of gripe about it, but for the most part, we haven't. We're getting people that's Muslim. I mean, they see the big signs with the pig up there, like, oh, no pork. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. That's why I stopped. It's just we're doing something different in the South, where the pig is like the mascot of the food, and we're just stepping outside of that regular soul food box. And I like how my husband put it before. He said, we're not serving slave food. We don't have to eat that food anymore. Now if you eating it, that's fine, dude. But we're serving a higher quality of food, that's still fulfilling to your soul. You don't have to eat chitlins and hog maws, clogging up your arteries. You can get a nice piece of sirloin, whiting, salmon. It's just, it makes me feel good. I mean, I love Fayetteville. I love y'all. I'm so happy for y'all to be coming to support us. And I'm just looking forward to the big moves that we have making, because guess what, baby? We got some moves. We on the moves.
We're trying to give y'all the best, like she said, the best of soul food. You know, we're trying to give y'all the best cuts of meat.
Yeah.
We're trying to give y'all, like she was saying, not the, like how we say, the edible portion and the waste portion in the culinary field. So we're trying to give you, like, how can I say, instead of the chicken feet, we want to give you the chicken breast.
Yeah.
Instead of the tripes, the cow intestine, we want to give you the ribeye and the sirloin. So.
And we cut our oxtails too. We got a bandsaw back there, y'all. And I love that machine. I've never been a butcher. This is a machine that I wasn't even familiar with, even at my 16 years of culinary. But that thing will slice your hand off.
Gotta be very careful.
It's so fun to just be cutting through them bones.
and it saves a lot of money.
It really does. He's been doing a whole lot of different purchases that are just clutch for the business. Sometimes I look like, dang, baby, do we really need that? And we get it, and you know, he's the numbers guy, so it's like, wow, this just saved us thousands, you know,
Yes.
just from this one purchase.
At
So
the end of the day,
I love that because I think a lot of business owners, when they're first starting out, they're looking at, oh my God, how much is this going to cost me? How much is it going to cost me? But I hear so many people who are making money, they have the mindset, look, how much is this going to make me? So I'm glad.
exactly. Exactly. Not how much does it cost, how much is it gonna make me, and how much can I save, and the numbers. You know,
Yeah.
it's all about points. You know, a lot of people like to think about right now. You know, and math. That's my number one. I love math more than anything. You know, math controls the whole universe. How many steps you take, how many
Mm-hmm.
your heartbeat, what you breathe, how many calories, how many gallons of water you consume, your intake, your outtake. You
Yeah.
know, math is everything. You know, everything. You know, what water, where the water boils, how does it freak math? You can't go wrong.
Absolutely. I know
Not
I was
just
talking. I'm
no
sorry. I
go.
think the fingers are kind of off.
Yeah,
I was talking to a guy today, and we were talking about, all of the tools, and like you said, we're adding up stuff that I have that I don't need to have. Like, why do you got this? And it's just when we do that inventory of, okay, because a lot of people be like, I don't have the money for this, I don't have the money for that. Yes, you do. You just spending it in the wrong places.
that's right.
they don't do the math. I'm for real. Like
Yeah.
they won't even understand how much you could just make off of saving $1 a day or $2 a day. You know, and you calculate it in 30 days, that's $60. You know, they won't do those numbers. They'll just keep spending that $2 buying whatever soda, bottled water when they have a gallon at the house, and $70 gone in a month, $840 gone in a year. Then it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
That $840 could have been your whole gift list that you was just losing, not doing the math.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I know I am one that I try to, I try to be cautious of, what I'm spending and cutting back. And, I've done a little bit better about going to the grocery store and cooking at home because I was that person that was always just eating out, eating out, eating out. And I'm like, okay, that's where all of my money went. And I'm like, okay, Mo, if you want to get to here to there, you're going to have to, reel it back. So I think I'm not completely
That's
weaned
good.
off of the eating out, but I'm doing a little bit better.
That's good. You see what you just said? That takes me back to one of our short-term goals. And I think about my customers, and we think about our customers all the time. So we're coming out with something called a lunch box. So you see, like for people like you that eat out every day or they go to work, they get lunch every day. I always think about how much they spend. So I think about how much I would spend if I want to eat healthy and I don't want to cook, or my job doesn't have a microwave where I can warm my food that I cook at home. So we're coming out with a thing called a lunch box where you get to pay for your whole weekly lunch and we deliver it to your job. But it's going to be in different categories, maybe $30,
Mm-hmm.
$40, $50, $60, depending on how you want to eat. You might be a budget spender. You might be on a healthy diet, no
Yeah.
meat, or you just want fish. So, those are different price ranges, but I'm trying to make it so it's good for your pocket and it's good for us. We're making a little bit of points, but we're getting more customers. So it's all about points. You're getting more customers because you're giving the customers a better deal.
All right.
If you spend $10 a day on lunch, you work 5 days a week, you're spending $200 in a month. That's $2,400 in a year. You did that for 4 years. You just almost had $10,000 that you could have put down on a condo and have some more income coming in. Just off of your hamburgers and French fries. So I think like that for my customers. So I was telling her, like, let's make like a weekly package where they pay for their lunch for the whole week. We deliver it to them. We have them in microwavable containers so they can
Mm-hmm.
warm it up at their job. Or if they come and pick it up the day before they go to work, they can put it in the refrigerator, keep it at the right temperature, take it to work, and microwave it again, bring it back to the right temperature and eat. You know, all of these things we think about as chefs because it's not just cooking, it's science and it's math. You got to
Mm-hmm.
keep foods in the right danger zone, the right temperature, make sure they're cooked right. and then of course make sure they season right. But we're always winning at that.
And you know, more importantly than saving money right now with the moms and the people that are doing all of the things to homeschooling, if you could, I think right now people are looking how to save not only money but time too.
Yes.
Because it's just like, okay, I got to do all of the things and cook, and that's why that's why I eat out so much, because it's fast and it's convenient. But if you can save people time along with saving the money,
That's
Yeah.
right.
that's a winner.
Yeah, as I said, we brainstorm every day. Like at first, I wanted to do it where we season everything, we have it all made for you, put it in a pan, and you put it in the oven. But then you got to remember that now you have a liability of a risk that not too many people know how to cook. Many of them not understanding in order for you to eat your chicken or your beef, they got to be heated and cooked to 165 degrees before it's served. So they might put it in their oven and be like, oh, it looks right, take it out, and then boom, they're sick. So it's like, nope, we'll cook it, we'll wrap it up, cooked at the right temperature. All they got to do is reheat, put the reheat instructions. But we was trying to save a lot of people because a lot of people don't really know how to cook. But we was going to do everything, have it all ready. All you have to do is put it in the oven, 35 minutes at this amount of temperature. But then again, they might not have all the tools needed to make sure it's at the right eternal temperature and things like that. So we're just going to cook it. You come pick it up, and then you can reheat it. So that's something that we're getting ready to do for one of our short-term goals. We're probably just going to wait till after the holidays.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
we'll also be introducing some vegetarian and vegan dishes.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know, as chefs, we know how to cook and we know how to create. And a lot of times people want to eat healthy. They want to be vegetarian. They want to be, but they feel like there's not any good food options for them. And so that's what I'm working on, like recipes for vegans and vegetarians. Because I do have a couple of customers that ask, do you have anything vegan? And I have to tell them no, because I mean, my fryer, my chicken goes in there, and when we have a seafood fryer, so you can't have French fries, even though that's a vegan option. Maybe our yams, but I just say, no, I'm going to just create a whole different type of dishes, so that way they'll have those options and say, dang, I don't have to just eat a salad. I could go over here and get some vegan shrimp and grits, something like that. So that's what we're creating as well.
Absolutely. I remember when we first was doing the grand opening, when we was making the posters, I saw people, hey, do you have, it's vegan. So that's, I don't want to say a craze, but that's where a lot of people are going to those options.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to live,
Right.
I mean, give yourself a reality check, like I was telling the customer the other day, like I'm really honored, and my wife was honored that when you come to someone's restaurant, you're choosing them. And that means that you trust them because they're cooking. And what are they doing? They're making food that's going into your temple. You know what I'm saying? So you trusted me to cook the food that's going into your temple. Your body controls your mind, right?
Right.
So we trying to bring y'all the best. That's why it's soulful. Every time you eat, your whole body's relaxed, your stomach, everything's content. So this is our job that we're trying to do. So yeah.
Yeah, soul food. Our soul food is soul food fusion. That's what we like to call it, because when people think of soul food, they think, okay, it gotta be fried chicken, mac and cheese. Not necessarily. I think I define soul food as anything that makes you feel good when you're eating it. It could be soul food from other countries. My soul food might be bulgogi. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on where you're from, and then us being, we're infused with it because we don't make our food the traditional southern way. Some of our things are made differently just to give a higher quality, and using fresh ingredients, fresh herbs, fresh garlics, things like that enhance all the flavors of the food that we cook.
And plus, me being from New York, also I'm being a first generation American. Both of my parents are from West Africa, from Liberia. But I'm a first generation American. And growing up in New York, I grew up in the number one melting pot of the world. So we got Jamaican food, Guyanese food, Trinidadian food, Puerto Rican food, Dominican food. So when I think of soul food, I think of all these different foods. It's just a comfort food from whatever background you're from. That's another thing when it comes down to food. Everyone in America, if you go back, and you trace your heritage, you're gonna end up in another country instead of here. Whether it's Ireland, England, Africa, Trinidad, Jamaica, Japan, everybody, if they keep going far back enough, so you'll end up eating one of these soul food classics in your house. Whether it's corned beef hash, if you're Irish, or if it's oxtails if you're Jamaican, or curry chicken if you're Trinidadian, or arroz con pollo if you're Puerto Rican or
He did
Panamanian.
roll that
Yeah,
arroz.
yes, he did.
Yeah, that's you're going through New York
He
City.
had that
You don't know what
lot.
to do. You're going to one block, it's roti. You go on the next spot, they got bakes. Then you go on the other block, everybody talking about, oh, this place curry is better than here. Well, you go to Manhattan and you're trying all the Chinese spots and the Japanese spots, and then you go to Queens. I mean, the world of food is just awesome. It doesn't stop. So that's why some people are like, "Oh, you saying soul food? You selling oxtail?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's soul food for people in the West Indies. You be hungry and you let your auntie come with a big pot of oxtails. You about to get busy."
Yeah.
So we try to do all of that. So come through. We're gonna always switch our menu around. We're about to start doing a pot roast. We was going to do the fried turkey, but we knew everybody was turkeyed out. So we might throw a little bit in there around the Christmas holidays for like a lunch special. But yeah, we got a lot of things we're going to bring out for you guys to enjoy. We don't have our basic menu, but we're always going to have specials coming out. We're just getting warmed up.
That's right. We got a lot up our sleeve, baby. We got chefs.
It's winter time. They don't need to come try with soups and a sandwich. Out of this world.
Yeah.
Everything homemade. I got a lot
fresh
of
baked breads and everything is coming.
Recipes in my arsenal. We are definitely just getting warmed up. So if you scared now, boy, sit back and wait. We just getting started. So
and look for our Christmas catering menu. We're gonna things if you having Christmas party, family coming over, we're gonna be catering. Half a sheet pans, full sheet pans.
And we make anything.
We do the filet mignon, the pot rolls. We do the honey glazed salmon. We ain't just sticking the fried chicken finger licking. We got all the different types.
And I love it, guys, but we are out of time. I told y'all these 30 minutes go by so fast. So, guys, is there any last things you give the viewers, your social media, the address, anything that you want them to know, and how they can come down and just get some soul food? Because, guys, when I tell you it's good, and y'all know I'm kind of picky, but it's good. So,
as for me, I just want to tell the whole Fayetteville, without y'all, there will not be us. And we love y'all. We love what y'all do. Trust me.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook at A&T Soulful Kitchen. You can order online at atsoulfulkitchen.com. Call us in, order. You got to pay over the phone, though, because y'all be tripping with that. People don't be coming to pick up their food. Or you can come in and order. As long as you have your mask, we'll have masks, COVID standards. We're a takeout-driven restaurant. Just come in, check us out. We have our menu online, Facebook and Instagram. So
and look out for our minivan that's going to be doing deliveries. So
it's red.
It's going to be red. It's going to be a little red riding through the area. So you can stay home and we'll bring it right through your door.
Absolutely. And one more thing that you guys said earlier that I wanted, like I said, I got to go. But y'all said if you have people in Fayetteville, you can order for. If you have somebody that's sick and shut in, send that food to them. Like I said, if somebody's depressed, or even if, to thank somebody, their soul food is a love language. I don't know if y'all know that.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's how I got him.
Yeah.
I love her cream of wheat. Yep.
So, guys, thank you so much, y'all. This is Angel and Tinisi Young from A&T Soulful Kitchen. Thank you guys for coming on. Like I said, I will be down to get some fish later on this week because there was some fish and some greens and some macaroni, and that's what I do. But, guys, thank you again, and thank you for everybody that tuned in. Like I said, when y'all go see Angel and Tinisi, let them know that you saw them on The More You Know. And you guys have a great night. And I'll see
Thank
you
you.
next
Y'all all
Wednesday.
stay blessed and
Thank
stay
you.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. That was good.